My name is Keyaira Carlson. I'm a senior at Avonworth, and I play Elizabeth Arden in the show. Elizabeth Arden started out as a farmer's daughter in Ontario, Canada. She wanted to live a very glamorous life of a rich woman. She was able to go to New York because her brother had a job in New York, and she started her company with a friend. And her friend later left the company and she became Elizabeth Arden. She's definitely someone who is very classy, has climbed the ranks in her field. She has put her business above everything else in her life. Elizabeth Arden really sold an aesthetic. All of her products were pink. They were frilly with bows. There's even a line in the show that says she has only pink to sell, and that's really what Elizabeth Arden's brand was all about.
My name is Stella Riale. I'm a senior at Avonworth High School. I'm portraying Helena Rubinstein. She is from Poland, Krakow to be specific. She talks a lot how she grew up with many sisters. She did not grow up wealthy at all, and she really wanted something better for herself. And so she had these goals to get out of Krakow and kind of like get out of this bad part that she was in. She used her mother's recipes from Krakow to make her own beauty cream. Her whole basis and her kind of mission statement was focusing on the science of beauty and focusing on the chemistry and really telling women that I know this works because there's scientific proof.
I show you. Magda! Magda, she has big beauty problem. Yes, madam? Sit down, darling. There are no ugly women, only lazy ones.
She built up this business and then eventually she opened her salon in New York City.
The play pretty much begins with the return of Helena Rubinstein, and Arden's really shocked by that. They were fierce rivals and fierce competitors.
Who has the better cream? Who has the better packaging? Who can sell more? It was just this amazing rivalry between these two women, and they were both just geniuses. It's great to play this dynamic. But throughout the show, even though we have this huge rivalry, we are so alike. We're both immigrants, and we both started from nothing, really, and just kind of worked our way up.
They both were victims of prejudice. Elizabeth Arden could not get into exclusive country clubs because she had made her own living.
Oh, gracious, no! Why on earth, Lizzie, please? I deserve an explanation. For a woman to have money is one thing, but to earn it? Surely you understand the distinction.
Helena Rubinstein was refused the ability to buy the top floor of like a penthouse apartment building because she was Jewish. So she bought the whole building instead.
I'm afraid.
No!
You know as well as I do, boards can be notoriously fickle.
Cash in the fool.
They suffered greatly at the hands of the male business community that was not real happy with the fact that they were CEOs. They each had a male partner in business, and Elizabeth Arden's male partner was her husband, Tommy Lewis.
My name's Peyton Bauer. I played Tommy Lewis, and I've been in Avonworth drama for 4 years now. He's Elizabeth Arden's husband. He loved his wife, and his wife kind of just set him as his business partner.
She wanted to keep kind of on the side and very subtle because she knew that if people knew he was making any kind of marketing business decisions, they would go to him and not to her.
The moment I credit you is the moment they discredit me.
But why?
You're the one in the trousers and I'm the one wearing the skirt.
Invisible. Is that what I'm supposed to be?
I have to keep you on the side, and he really didn't like that. Helena Rubinstein had an assistant who was a man who was a real marketing guru.
I am Killian Horigan, and my character is Fleming, and I've been a part of theater for 4 years. One thing that comes up in the story is Fleming is gay. Part of the reason, really most of the reason why he decides to leave Helena Rubinstein is because she's not okay with that.
That was a strict taboo in this time period. Once this is discovered, Helena Rubinstein is being extorted by a man, a sailor, that her cohort, Fleming, is seeing.
I gave him cash. I had no choice.
You would take the word of a drunken sailor over that of my own?
So you know, he was a sailor. Shame on you, Harry. You put the company at constant risk.
Perhaps I should spare you the liability. If you'll excuse me, I'm feeling sick.
Harry wants no parts of it. He leaves. The irony is these men go to the opposite companies.
Might I suggest you take my card? If you aren't too busy, call me when you're free.
Tommy and Harry both think they're better than the other competitor.
In every number that they're both in, it is a little competitive because they're like kind of buddy, kind of like buddy, but also, especially in Step On Out, it's like not really that they're seen as friends.
So sorry, he just steps on.
So Tommy Lewis went and took a job with Helena Rubinstein, and Harry Fleming went to work for Elizabeth Arden. Helena Rubinstein was married, but her husband was abroad in Europe and her sons were in Europe. Her sons did not respect her because she was a female who owned a company, and her husband was a philanderer. He had girlfriends and affairs and things like that. It really hurt her. She considered Harry kind of like her confidant. And when he left, it was really tough for her to rebound from.
No, I will tell the board of directors myself. He did not resign. I had to fire him. He was weak in the morals. Where is he now? A mess in mine hearts. He has moved to a lesser firm.
This is the only musical I've ever done in my career that is like 99.9% fact. The only fictitious part of this show comes at the very end, where these two women meet each other. They never met in real life. The irony is, had they ever really gotten together, they probably would have been an indomitable force, not only in business, but certainly in the world, the industry of cosmetics.
It kind of leaves the audience wondering, wow, well, what would have happened in real life if the two actually did meet? What could they have accomplished if they would have worked together instead of fighting all the time?